In this video, we are going to talk about all the upgrades I've made so far on my Tesla Model Y Juniper. These include essential upgrades as well as cosmetic changes that improve both functionality and look of the car. I will share why I chose these upgrades, how useful they have been, and the costs, so you can decide if these upgrades are worth it for you. The main reason why I changed the rim covers is to protect against curb rashes, as this design covers the entire length of the rim while the stock wheel cover exposes part of it. Initially, I've also thought that the stock wheel covers did not look very nice. However, after taking delivery of the car, the design actually grew on me and I was very hesitant if I should go ahead and swap them out. Ultimately, I decided to change the rim covers as preventing scrapes and curb rashes was a major push factor for me. Next, I have also installed leaf guard and vent covers for the air intake vents. The leaf guard and front vent cover have a mesh that stops leaves, bugs and debris from getting into the radiator or the aircon filter. This helps to prevent accidental damage to the radiator or foul smell within the cabin due to debris or dead bugs getting in via these air intake vents while driving. The leaf guard is easy to clip on and the mesh in the leaf guard is also simple to remove separately for washing. It is also easy to install it back onto the leaf guard just by slotting in and clipping it in place. The front vent covers sit tight and snug, so it takes a bit of patience to install. For the aircon vents in the car located below the rear screen as well as the front driver and passenger seats, I have also installed vent covers to prevent small items and debris from entering these vents. These covers are very useful if you have a family with young children. The Model Y Juniper interior has mostly a fabric-like finishing for its interior cabin. This extends all the way to the door entries as well as the trunk. So while this looks nice and gives a premium feel, the material gets dirty and traps debris easily. Keeping this clean can be a nightmare, especially for me when I have two little ones at home. In order to retain the fabric look of the original Model Y Juniper, I've opted to get floor mats with a rubber base and a fabric carpet to clip on. So instead of having to deep clean the fabric all the time, I can now just wipe, vacuum and move on. For the door seal protector, it comes with a plastic finishing and this is velcroed onto the fabric in the Model Y Juniper. This prevents the fabric from getting dirty and makes cleaning relatively easy as well. But I have to say, the look of it feels a little cheap and I will probably change it in the near future. I will also recommend getting the trunk mat as well as the entry cover for the trunk if you have to load up strollers often. Screen protectors are a no-brainer. It's easy to install and gives you a peace of mind, protecting the big screens in your car. In the trunk of the Model Y Juniper, there is a deep compartment on each side of the trunk, and these compartments allow additional storage for your car wash products, recyclable shopping bags, or any other miscellaneous items. However, the fact that they are also finished with a fabric-like material means that it's difficult to clean and tricky to maintain. So what I have chosen here is to get a small storage bin which allows you to keep your stuff without having to dirty the interior. Adding LED strips to the trunk and the frunk turned out to be one of my favorite practical upgrades. At first, I was a bit unsure about installing LED strips in the trunk and frunk, as I did not think that it was necessary since both opens up fairly big and will allow ambient light to make it visible. However, after driving my Tesla for a good 2 months, I do notice that the placement of the light in the trunk, coupled with the relatively darker environment in multi-story car parks, make it hard to see the trunk, especially at night, since I am looking at my own shadow most of the time. After adding these LED light strips, I realized how useful and practical they are, and this quickly became one of my favorite upgrades. The console insert divides the deep Tesla center storage into different compartments. I haven't had the chance to use it heavily yet, as most of the time, my phone and wallet sits in the cup holders. Now, I'm going to talk about the cosmetic changes that I've made on my Model Y Juniper. The first thing will be the car wrap. In Singapore, changing factory colors can be extremely expensive due to taxes. A color option change which typically costs $3,200 from Tesla will balloon to approximately $7,000 after factoring the ARF taxes. Instead, I went with a wrap. The wrap I've chosen was AX Film Ultra Red, which is very close to the original Tesla red. The total cost was approximately $3,000, which gives a very similar look but without the large text hit. I have also chosen a white TPE armrest cover to change the color from black to white, which matched the rest of the cabin better, and it also served as a protection from stains as well as scratches. For the projection lights, it was one of the changes that I looked forward the most. They are easy to install and add a small premium touch at night. However, I must point out that based on my experience so far, there is hardly enough space in Singapore for you to open your door wide enough to see the entire wordmark projection. So if you are sitting on the fence for this change, you may choose to skip it. Finally, for the foot pedal covers, the reason for this change is to just give my Tesla a sportier look. They are also relatively easy to install, where the accelerator cover just slips right on. So these are some of the changes that I've made to my Tesla Model Y Juniper. In total, it cost me about $4,000 to make all of these changes. If I have to pick a few must-haves for your daily life, I would say that the floor mats, the door sill protectors, LED lights, as well as the leaf guard are the essential items to have. I have also provided the links in the description box below. If you have found this video useful and like the content, please give this video a like. If there is any other video that you would like to see on my Tesla journey, please leave a comment down in the comment box below. Thank you for watching and see you next time.